Welcome to Festival Hill. This is a wonderful place very near to Houston. My name is James Dick. I'm the founder of the Festival Institute here. And do you know that this year we're celebrating our 50th anniversary, which is remarkable. When I grew up on a farm in Kansas, I never thought about this. On the other hand, nothing happens unless there is an idea and sometimes even a dream. And so with the good help of many people, this has come about. To give you a little more idea about my own background, as I've been asked to do, I mentioned I grew up on a farm in Kansas. So my background has been to enjoy and love the rural areas. I came to study, however, at the University of Texas because my little hometown teacher grew up with the professor at Texas. And then after that, I studied for 2 years in London. And then when I came back, I began my career as a concert pianist. But I always loved to teach. And it seemed like in the summers would be a good time to do that. So that's how the genesis of this place began. I looked around for a wonderful place, and Round Top was interested. It seemed there were places that we could borrow and beg and rent to have people study and to practice. And at the very beginning, the festival was only for pianists. But now it's included full orchestral programs. We have wonderful forums on theater and poetry during the year as well. As I mentioned, the first festival was only for pianists. And most of those pianists came from my own home state of Kansas. Through teachers that I knew there, would send some of their more promising students here to study. I gave lessons, but at the same time, I also invited others to come to talk to them about career development, also about studying in Europe. The Institute of International Education, which has a branch in Houston, also gives scholarships to students to study. So I wanted them to know about all of this. I brought a sculptor, a historian down to talk to them about other matters as well, because I think the humanities help us all in no matter what career and what profession we decide to go into. It's very interesting to think, how did a place like this come about? You know, I think nothing happens unless first there's an idea, sometimes a dream. And I've never liked to dream the ordinary. But I also felt that if we were to build a hall, it would be interesting to have a kind of a pyramidal design. So what we did, we asked a structural engineer to see if that would be possible. And come to find out it was. So we had an architectural structural engineer design the steel part. But through our good help here, our crew and our carpenters, we fashioned everything on the inside. We made all the wood, all the design, even the chandeliers. I couldn't find 4 that seemed right for the hall, so we just designed and made our own. And I think they turned out very, very well. Well, as you may know, this whole area has been a wonderful area for restoration, for carpentry, through both the German and the Czech backgrounds. And we had a wonderful crew that helped build this entire building. I felt finally that after we were here for several years, we need to see, do we want to continue and how do we develop? Well, I knew right away that we're going to have an indoor place to perform and to study. We also have business groups coming here, by the way, to have meetings. So all that's terribly important for us. And as we develop the place, all the young artists coming from all over the world to study here in the summer are on full scholarships. So having people come here during the year helps us raise some of that income, because it takes quite a lot. And that's why we like to have groups come here to see the place too, and to enjoy it. Our gates are open 365 days a year. People come and picnic. People come and walk their puppies and dogs. We even have the regional track meet twice a year here, where 800 and 900 kids come and run for the regional track meet. I don't think there's another festival in America that has that. So the place is really very eclectic. It's very much open to people. I don't think I mentioned we also have a wonderful theater forum and a wonderful poetry forum every year for people who are interested in those matters. So Festival Hill is a wide open friend to everybody. You know, I need to add that the concert hall, even though we used it, was not like this for many, many years. We had a portable stage here for 20 years. We had a concrete floor. We used park benches. We used metal chairs. We used some plastic chairs eventually. We thought we were really upgrading our place by getting some plastic chairs from H-E-B. Finally, we got these beautiful chairs that are permanent in the hall. But it took a long time, and we developed it little by little. There's a musical term called poco a poco, little by little. And that's exactly how we built this hall. We started it putting down the foundation, and under the hall there are 96 big piers, 35 feet deep, 4 feet wide, full of concrete and steel. That was the beginning. You know, you have to have a structure. And then we made our steel structure, and maybe we'll show you some pictures about the development of that. And then after we did that, we started having concerts here, and then we moved ahead little by little, doing this beautiful woodwork, which we've done all right here at Festival Hill. Both of us, I knew nothing about a festival. Larry knew very little about carpentry, but he came here and was under the tutelage of a marvelous Czech man named Arnold Pacifica. And Arnold worked and took Larry under his wings, just as we all have to have someone who mentors us and encourages us to move forward. That's pine, but we've used a variety of wood in here, pine and walnut and maple and all kinds of wood. Put them on wood, cut it out, and that's every other one is of those 3 interlocking circles, but they're all different. They're quite beautiful. And then the other one, interspersed, I got off a postcard some friends sent me from Switzerland. It had a little stamp. I thought, well, that's an interesting design. And come to find out, that was from the big stained glass window in the Lausanne, Switzerland Cathedral. So we took that little stamp and enlarged that to 2 feet by 2 feet, so it would match what we did with these Celtic designs. And we put that every other one, because it was more of a 3-dimensional design. And that helped give some shadows as you look around on the banisters. The question was asked, how did the name of this concert hall have a fixation of the crown jewel of Texas to it? Well, some years ago, the Today program on NBC television visited here. And at that time, Jane Pauley was the host of the Today Show. And at the end of those films that they made over 2 weeks, she said, it's a crown jewel of Texas. So we've sort of adopted that in a way as meaning something, I think, very special. Whatever it is, it's here, it's for the people. We've enjoyed all the young people in the surrounding areas coming here to give concerts themselves. The schools give their choir concerts here, their band concerts here. And I think that's opened up another dimension for the rural area that we've accomplished.
I'm Jack Cagle, and I have the privilege of serving you as the Commissioner of Harris County Precinct 4. And today I want to thank you for joining us on our Encore Excursions. This is our way of getting you, our friends, our folks that we seek to serve, out and to be able to see the things that we used to be able to see together, but now safely and virtually. In the meantime, we hope to continue to bring other events and other excitement to you. Stay safe, stay well, and we hope to see you soon in person.